So everyone's talking about rising prices of auto parts and the tariffs. I've read the headlines and I've heard the warnings, but here's the truth from the auto shop floor, from an auto shop owner, 3 shops. As of right now, I haven't seen much change. So my local suppliers are telling me the same thing. Existing contracts are holding pricing steady for now, but they also say it's not going to last forever. I've reached out to quite a few of my vendors here, my local vendors, and I've asked them how the tariffs are affecting our parts pricing today. And I'm getting pretty much the same answer from all of them. There is a lot of uncertainty out there. Nobody has seen any increases just yet. A lot of these contracts have been in place for months or a full year even. A lot of the inventory is already here in the United States. So there's a lot of things at play. We also have to figure, where do some of these parts come? So a lot of these parts are sourced right here out of the US. Some of these parts are coming from Europe. Some parts are coming from China, India, Vietnam, Canada, and Mexico. They could be coming from anywhere. So it's really hard to say how this is going to play out. I can tell you as of today, I really haven't noticed any changes in anything. And I know that's kind of weird to say, but it's just too early yet. And our suppliers haven't jacked our prices up through the roof. They're not making any changes today based on their prices because they haven't seen anything yet. Right as of now, we just got to hold steady, hold firm, and see where this goes. Now I can tell you, they're saying Q3 or Q4 we might start to see some changes, and I believe that will probably be possible if the tariffs remain in effect and if the tariffs are indeed going to be as high as they are on China and other places like that. So again, it just really depends where the parts are coming from and what kind of contracts we have in place and how long these tariffs may or may not stay in play. I know President Trump has been kind of all over the map with the tariffs. Sometimes they're going up, sometimes they're going down. They've been put on hold. One thing I can say that I've learned here is there is that USMCA, the US-Mexico-Canada agreement, that has basically been in place, and the tariffs that were applied to Canada and Mexico for auto parts are really not taking effect. So those prices shouldn't be changing as long as the parts were manufactured in accordance with that agreement. So in other words, they had to be manufactured, I believe, in that country and then shipped here. You know, they couldn't be transported through as a landing point maybe in Mexico. So we'll see how that plays out too. But as of right now, that USMCA, that agreement should hold the pricing steady for parts coming out of Canada and Mexico. We'll let you know. We'll keep you posted here if we see any changes. Now, I can tell you this. The way that these tariffs are supposed to work, it's supposed to be on the declared value of the components as they enter the United States. So to give you an example, let's say we had a part that was manufactured in China, and the part was selling here to the local supplier in the US for $10. And there's let's just call it 100% tariff on that part. Okay, so that means that part now is going to cost that supplier not $10, but $20. Now I can tell you there's a few more stops before it ever gets to me as an auto repair shop. So that part may have gone to that supplier for $10, and he sold it to the next guy for $20, and they sold it to the next guy for $25. And then by the time it got to me, it might be $30. And then of course, as an auto repair shop, we have a markup on the part. Maybe we sell it for $50, right? So the tariffs don't take effect on the end user, to the customer even, right? So if you were going to pay $50 for a part at our shop that originally came into the country for $10, you're not going to see that full increase. It's not going to be 100% markup on the $50 you would have paid us last week. So maybe it goes up $10, so maybe from $50 to $60. So I want to kind of have everybody just kind of slow down a little bit. My clients are kind of asking me questions, want to know what's going on. I haven't been truly able to answer them in any other fashion than what I'm explaining to you guys here, what I see as of today. We're in the first week of May 2025. I just want to kind of give you guys a little overview of what I'm actually seeing in the industry from my suppliers and what they're telling me and what's really going on in the industry. Now, I want you to be careful too. There might be some people out there that are jumping ahead of the tariffs. They're already raising their prices in anticipation of tariffs that may or may not come to fruition. So, hopefully people won't do that. We don't want anybody jumping the gun and artificially raising prices when it's not costing them anymore, looking for an excuse to make some extra profit. It's not a great way to do business, and hopefully there's not too many people out there doing that. But I just want to fill you in on what I'm seeing here today. So anyway, there's my perspective from an automotive repair shop industry insider. I want to be straightforward with you guys and let you know what I'm seeing as of today In the event something changes, I will certainly make another video and let you know how things are playing out, where we're moving, what kind of increases we're seeing, all those things. I'll try to fill you in on the details, help you better plan for your future repairs. Maybe if you guys are buying some tools and things, it might affect that as well. I know if you're buying products from Amazon, there was a lot of talk about Amazon adding the tariffs on and letting you know exactly what they were, and then they pulled it away. So there's so much confusion and uncertainty going on right now. I'll try to keep you posted and informed the best I can from my perspective. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in another video.